family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Neterma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the House of Hathor's libation ceremony. That the libation liberation lifestyle that we present to you is a true representation, not only of ourselves, but it's the representation of the spirit that dwells within us. That we represent the ancestors that continues to dwell within us as well as without us. We come to you this day with the message that will continue to be enlightening, influential, that it will give us insight, that it will continue to be our intuitive knowledge and our wisdom that we have placed upon us, and that the ancestors continues to be the strength, the power, and the energy of the Creator that dwells within them as well as ourselves. Let us continue to bring the ancestors involved into our daily lives so that they will know that we are honoring them, that we are acknowledging them, and that we are venerating them for all that they have bestowed upon us. We call upon our ancestors far and near, fathers and mothers of our fathers, mothers and fathers of our mothers, to bear witness to all that we have done. And it is by your example that you continue to inspire us towards reclaiming our ancestral minds, regenerating our ancestral spirit, liberating our families, our homes, and our communities, and restoring our greatness as a people. We pour libation to bring into our midst your venerable ancestral spirit, radiating your great wisdom, your courage, dedication, and your unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, our mothers and fathers, our sisters and our brothers, our children and their children, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, our aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and elders of the community, that we pour this libation in your honor, in the honor of the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, and the various manifestations of the creative spirit. We pour libation. Ashe. For our esteemed ancestors who laid the foundation for human civilization and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, to continue on the valiant fight of our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation. Ashe. And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from all adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of our ancestral humanity, we pour libation. Ashe. May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canity. It is done. The great ancestor of all ancestors is satisfied. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Dua Neter. So we say peace and power, Hotep to you all this day, my brothers and sisters, and as the ancestors continue to work within us as well as without us, as the ancestors continue to be the enrichments, the enhancements, and the increase that dwells within us, that we become the institution, the industry, and the environment of all that dwells within us, that the ancestors continues to use us as tools and instruments to build, to manifest, to generate, to reflect and project the thoughts, words, and actions that they influence us by, that they enlighten us by, that the insight and the intuitive knowledge and wisdom that we get through the life experiences that we go through each and every day, that it is no different than what our ancestors went through before us, and that the ancestors that went through it before them, and that the ancestors that built civilization for all man, for mankind to continue to be reflective of that particular energy, that particular knowledge, that particular wisdom, that we all have the energy, the spirit, and the soul of the ancestors that dwells within us, that we may continue to answer the challenges, the obstacles, the hurdles that we're faced with every day, that our challenges, our obstacles, and our hurdles are no different than any ancestor that came before us. But we are equipped with the information, with the instructions that dwells within us, that we were born with it, that it was given to us through the Spirit, knowing that we're going to have challenges that we're going to have to face. And through all the challenges that we have to face, that we still have the energy, we still have the spirit, we still have the soul of the ancestors that dwell within us to remove those obstacles and hurdles, to remove the challenges out of our way, and that our reflective properties and our principles that dwells within us, our standards of living, it is the foundation that we build upon. That is the reflection of that the ancestors have given to us. So do not be dismayed, do not be distracted, do not be attracted to anything that is outside of your spirit, because we are held accountable to the standards of living. The standards of living is what our lifestyle is all about. That is why it is called the libation, the liberation, and the lifestyle. Because as we continue to honor, venerate, and acknowledge the ancestors, we become more in tune to the spirit. It helps keep us balanced. It helps to keep us in harmony and in order to what the standards of living that dwells within us continues to thrive within us. It continues to guard us against all adversity that will come our way. And we will not be able to get rid of the adversity. We will not be able to get rid of the challenges. We will not be able to get rid of the obstacles and the hurdles, because they only exist to test us in our resolve. And our resolve means that we're finding continuous ways to meet our intentions and our purpose for living, because we are no different from life and nature, because life and nature continues to have its own challenges. And we are the brothers and the sisters of life and nature. Life and nature continues to help us to find the balance, to cleanse ourselves and absolve ourselves of all the negativity that will come our way when we continue to honor the ancestors, because they are the angels. They continue to talk to us in all different ways so that we know that they are in our presence all the time. But we have to make sure that we are doing our part, and that is honoring them and venerating them and acknowledging their existence within our lives, and knowing that those challenges and those obstacles that may be coming to you are from different ancestors that are only there to challenge you, just to see that you are standing strong in your resolve, that you're standing firm in your standards of living. And your standards of living will always be your values, your interests, and your principles. You see, those are the things that challenges don't want to give way to. But just as long as you stand firm on those values, those interests, and those principles, regardless of the challenges, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the hurdles that you may have to go over, then you will stand firm on that, and then you will receive your prosperity, you will receive your abundance, you will be in harmony, in balance, and in order with the spirit, the energy, and the soul, because we stay interdependent, interrelated, interconnected, and we interact with it each and every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year, and for the rest of our lives. Because those of us who do not meet the challenges, the ancestors already have another generation in place to take the lead on the things that we didn't do. The ancestors already know what challenges that we are not going to be able to deal with, so they are preparing others already in the spirit to come forward to take control over that which we have not done. But it is their hopes, it is their guidance, it is their enlightenment that we will meet the challenges so that we will make it better for those that are coming after us. And the children that come after us that has that old spirit of ancestors in them, they will meet the challenge. And then those of them that do not, somebody else is already being prepared already. You see, it's continuous. Just like a blade of grass or a tree that comes up when another tree fall down, it's because that tree was not able to handle the chaotic moments. It wasn't able to handle the obstacles and the hurdles that life throws its way. Because see, life, just like ourselves, life and nature gives its own self its own obstacles and hurdles as we give ourselves our own obstacles and hurdles. So we don't have to say that we don't understand why we're going through this, because the challenges are there to see if you are standing firm in your resolve. Are you standing firm on your standards of living? Are you standing firm in your values, your interests, and your principles? Because our commitment that we have to life and nature, this breath of life that we have, our commitment to it is to make sure that we are creating, we are building, we are manifesting that which is already inside of us, innate. We have an innate ability to bring it outward through our thoughts, our words, and our actions. But we will receive challenges in the process. We will receive obstacles and hurdles each and every day. But if you're standing firm and if you're doing everything that you are required to do as a spiritual being, having human experiences, that means that you must go in spirit first, within yourself, in this temple, to your altar within yourself, to make sure that you're speaking with your ancestors so that, and you tell them exactly what it is that you know and that which you don't know. Don't tell them what you believe, because belief has nothing to do with what your commitment is. Belief has nothing to do with what your intentions are. Belief has nothing to do with what you're supposed to be manifesting, creating, and building while you are here. You're supposed to already know. And if you don't know, then you go to the ancestors and let them know so that they may teach you, so that they may instruct you, so that they may inform you of your particular intentions. And we do this every day, every morning, every night that you wake up. When you are awakened by the Spirit, then you go to the Spirit and say, what is it that I'm supposed to do today that will be a manifestation of your energy, your spirit, and your soul? What is my obligation? What is my commitment to my intentions and to my purpose for living? Because I don't live for someone else. I don't live for someone else's purpose or for their intentions. I have my own intentions that are placed upon me that I must do. And when I answer that call, then I am able to receive my abundance, my prosperity, my harmony, my balance, my order. But it's only through the Spirit that that will be achieved, and that I will be able to have that information and instruction to be used as an instrument, a tool to build what the ancestors have placed upon me to build. And that is with all of us. It does not matter what way of life that you choose to go through to do it. You can be a Muslim. You can be a Catholic. You can be a Christian. You can be a Spiritist. You can be with Ifa. You can be with Candomblé. You can be with the Meta Nature. Doesn't matter what path that you're on, because every vessel has its own design that it is designed to build in the likeness of the Creator, the great ancestor of us all. That is what the design is. So you choose your path, because the ancestors already know what path you're going to choose. And they're there with you even on that path. But you have to make sure that you are living that lifestyle to its totality. You can't sway back and forth and say, I'm going to do this today and I'm going to do this tomorrow. Once you choose your path, that is the path that you are on, and you must stay on that path. But you have to know the path that you're on. You can't believe in the path that you're on. A belief system, it means that someone else is guiding you that is not of spirit. A belief path that you are living is a belief path of someone else's energy and someone else's manifestation. And when I say someone else's, I'm talking about a man form. But when you're living a spiritual form, regardless to what it is, then you walk that path and you know that path and you honor that path. You venerate that path and you acknowledge that path with your thoughts, with your words, and your actions. So we say peace and power to you this day, my brothers and sisters. Let us continue to live. Let us continue to love. And let us continue to learn our way. Whatever that way is for you, stand strong in it, because your standards of living are all a part of that. And you will be tested. So don't worry about it. Ask for your test. Ask the ancestors to give you your test, because when you ask for it, then you are all now expecting it. But when you don't expect it because you haven't asked, then you're not prepared for it. Let us live, love, and learn the way. Peace and power to you all, and ashe to our ancestors.